Yeah, woo, man. What's good, people? 2-0 to City, and we didn't get it done. But I don't think, looking at the predictions, that anyone on Arsenal #101 or any of the people that I spoke to in the stadium said that we were actually going to win this game. I mean, let's be honest. Nobody said we were going to win this game. But for me, I heard a lot of fans before this game say, yeah, I'm optimistic. Yeah, I'm backing the manager. And as soon as halftime came, they was like, this is the worst game I've ever seen. It's terrible. Seriously, guys, we've got to give this time. It's a work in progress. Today we saw the good and the bad things that can happen when a team has taken on a new ethos and a new system. But I'll be honest with you, there's going to have to be a level of compromise from the manager, because there was certain things he was doing today, things that he had implemented in the team, and he just doesn't have the players in there to do it. I thought that the team sheet was consistent with what he was trying to do in the preseason, playing with 4-2-3-1. He also played with 4-3-3 and 4-4-2. But funny, in my opinion, we actually had better results playing with 4-3-3. Like if you look at the games against Chelsea, look at Lazio, times when we switched formations, we actually looked better playing in a 4-3-3 rather than two holding. I know why he's playing with two holding. He's obviously brought that in to shore up the defence. But at the same time, if you're not scoring goals and you're not creating chances, then what does that really do? So overall for me, today was a day where we saw the new formation. We saw the tactics in terms of how to beat the press. So City was pressing us. We had a bit of luck with the speed we were passing the ball in the defence. I thought that worked well. But then Xhaka, who gave 4 goals away in the first 6 games of last season, was starting to do the same thing. And that happens because when you get the ball, you're just not playing it quickly enough. If you're sitting on the ball, you're inviting tackles coming in, and then all things can go wrong. You either get tackled and lose possession, or you either get rushed into a pass that you don't want to do, hence giving it away. And I've got to be honest, moving towards the end of the game, the lineup with Lacazette up the middle and Aubameyang out wide, giving us width, with Torreira in the middle as well of the park as holding, that's what we probably should have started the game with, not the starting 11 that we did. So moving forward, I think there's going to be, as I said before, a level of compromise from Unai Emery to work with the system, because it's all fine and well, a new manager comes in with new ideas, but if you don't look at the players that you have in a team and how well they can adjust to those ideas, then you're going to struggle for a lot longer than what you think you can. With me, big shout out to Bellerin. Didn't have a bad game. He was solid, although not spectacular. A shame about Maitland-Niles, but Lichtsteiner looked absolutely like a young kid when he came on. There was 3 instances where he had beaten the right back in off the left wing, and applied some balls into the middle when we were starting to get on top of City at the beginning of the second half. Guendouzi was absolutely rock solid, always looking forward, always looking for a pass. Yes, he made a mistake, which I felt bad for, but he was bailed out by the next guy who had a great game, which was Peter Cech. Now, I even saw Peter Cech run outside the penalty area to stop a one-on-one, which he has never done that before. But today he made some key saves, which he did in pre-season, and it shows why he kept Leno out of the starting 11. So he ain't the best choice, and a lot of people today saying Leno should start. I get it, and yeah, maybe he should. But if we're looking at who's on the top of their game right now, Peter Cech has shown that he is. So you have to play him. Argument done. who kind of did let me down today. Also, sorry, I want to go back onto Lacazette. When Lacazette came on, he changed the game. He did it when we played Chelsea in pre-season. There are certain things that are happening with Aubameyang in the middle where he's just not getting onto the end of anything that's being played through. Again, it happened with Chelsea in pre-season. We had 3 or 4 balls come through in the middle, across the goal line, and he wasn't there to tap it in. Lacazette came in, showed improved movement in the final third, and not only did he get on to the end of some chances, but he scored in the 93rd minute, which again, as you guys know, we won on penalties. But in this game, Lacazette did the same thing. His movement as a striker, I'm sorry, and I'm saying it now, is better than Aubameyang's. It's what Aubameyang does outside of that in terms of his shooting accuracy, in terms of his pace, which is obviously faster than Lacazette's. That's what makes him world class. That's what makes him a difference. But we can use that on the left wing. Yeah? So moving forward, please don't leave Lacazette on the bench, Mr. Emery. Start the player. What didn't work today? Xhaka didn't work. He just fallen into the same mistakes that he made, giving the ball away. I did see a few changes from him. He was going up for more aerial duels, which is and won 3 of them, which is shocking because that's just something I don't equate with him. And Ozil was actually getting stuck in today. I mean, he was playing his gaps, played well within the system in the line, won the ball back 3 times as well in the first half with his persistence, and he had a goal disallowed as well. I mean, I see some good things happening with Ozil this year. It's hard to judge anyone against a team like City. I will be doing my player ratings on Facebook, Arsenal #101 later on today, and be sure I'll be putting that stuff in. But Mustafi was okay. I thought he was a little bit slow at times. Socrates, thank God he didn't play like he did in pre-season. He was quite up to par today. There was a few instances where he had let people go by him, but let's be honest, City have got pace to burn, and there wasn't much that we could do in that respect. Mkhitaryan was the worst player on the pitch. There were times when Guendouzi was waving him forward to come in and press, and he just stood there and looked at him like, dude, you press, I'll chill. You just can't do that. If one player doesn't press, the whole thing will capitulate like a pack of cards. And City's second goal was exactly that. Pressing is a double-edged sword. It has its benefits and it doesn't have its benefits. And when City scored their second goal, you saw exactly what happens when a team commits too much people forward on the heavy press, and then it just leaves them open to counter-attack on the back. And yes, it was a well-executed goal from City. And why I think that's good, because Emery now has footage. You know, Tuesday morning he'll be walking in there, they'll be looking at film footage of what went well and what didn't. And the second goal shows what happens when not all players can commit to pressing. And I think that's going to cause some changes in Arsenal's lineup and maybe the formation. I don't know whether he sticks with his true formation that he believes in or moves forward. But hey guys, that's my breakdown of the game at the end. I'll get back to you guys with a player rating later on today. Man of the match, I've got to say at the moment now, is Czech. I thought Czech was fantastic today. Guendouzi was amazing. He did make a couple of mistakes, but outside of that, not many guys were too accountable. So we'll have a look at it later on. Like and subscribe. Appreciate all the support you guys are giving me on the page. Hopefully this YouTube thing takes off. If it does, I'll keep doing it. If it doesn't, then I won't. All right. But at the end of the day, I'm fully behind the manager. A lot of people were miserable leaving the stadium today. I'm a true Gooner. I'm behind the coach. This result does absolutely nothing for me except for shows me really what we have to highlight on the training ground, and it gives us footage to go in and fix what didn't work. Big shout out to the assistant training coach today, who stood up and was barking orders on the touchline along with Unai Emery. Guys, I've never seen Steve Ball do that ever. Yeah, so that just shows how passionate these guys are in terms of implementing their system, how much they believe in the fact that it works. And the Arsenal players just have to go with it. You've got to keep on working with what you're being told to do, play your gaps, press as a team, work within the system, and guys, and then it will pay off for them. I am sure that this thing will work itself out, but it's gonna take time, guys. All right, nice one, peace.